everybody wants to talk about how Rihanna hasn't put out music and they want her to put out music. She keeps popping out babies. When is she going to pop out an album? Like, whatever. Can we talk about the fact that Rihanna has 102 million monthly listeners on Spotify? 102 million. And that may not sound crazy to you until you consider the fact that Rihanna makes pop music, right? So some of the bigger names in pop music currently, we're talking Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Sabrina Carpenter, Ariana Grande. Taylor Swift is the biggest name. She's the one rivaling her. Taylor Swift just put out an album, and also just not that long ago got off of what felt like a 2-year-long tour. I don't know how long it was, but it felt like 2 years. Taylor Swift has 110 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Just put out an album. Beyonce put out multiple albums in the past few years, multiple tours. 55 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Sabrina Carpenter, one of the biggest names in pop right now, who just got big in the last 2 years. So she's riding that out. She's put out multiple albums. She's been on tour again for years. The girl hasn't stopped. It's 75 million monthly listeners, I believe, somewhere around there. Ariana Grande, who has, again, been deep in this pop shit for a long time, has taken a little bit of a break to, live her life and pursue acting, but she did put out an album not that long ago. She's about to go on tour. 85 million monthly listeners on Spotify. If you want to talk hip-hop, we're talking Meg Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Doechii, Glorilla, some of the bigger names, the girls who are really getting recognition in the hip-hop realm. Nicki Minaj, been in this shit for years. 45 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Meg Thee Stallion, who I consider to be the people's princess. Everybody loves Meg. 28 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Doechii, she just got big. I love Doechii's music personally. I think it's really good. I'm excited for her to put out more. 23 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Glorilla, 17 million monthly listeners on Spotify. All that is to say, do you know how influential, how timeless your music has to be? And I'm not saying this from a perspective. I can't speak. I'm not saying this from a stand perspective. I'm saying this from a statistic perspective. Do you know how influential you have to be for you to still have 102 million people listening to you on a regular basis, and you haven't put out shit? You are eating these girls up who are in the booth, grinding, and you're at home making lip gloss and babies. I think y'all need to give Rihanna her fucking flowers. Give her her flowers. I don't know how many Grammys Rihanna has, if any. I don't know. You know how that system is rigged. But I want to see her at the next Grammys. If not for, a recent work, because I'm assuming there isn't going to be one, let's give her some kind of influential Grammy. I don't know what those are, but if there is one, let's give it to her immediately.